Everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, The Friendship. I hope you all are doing well. In today's video, we are going to start with lesson 6, that is Leçon-6 of Nouvel Apprenons le Français-2. The name of the chapter is Le Collège Jean Renoir. In this video, I'll cover the whole introduction part, the grammar parts, and then the exercise as well. So please watch this video till the end, and if you face any doubt in any of the thing, you can contact me on my Gmail ID friendship25@gmail.com, or even comment down your queries. So without any further delay, let's get started with the video. Let's first understand the name of the chapter, le, that is the definite article, that means the collège. Now, by looking at this word collège, many of you would guess the meaning of it as college, which is an English word, but that's wrong. This is a faux ami. Faux amis are those words that look similar to the English language but have a totally different meaning. You interpret their meaning in some different sense and eventually the whole meaning gets wrong. So these are called faux amis. Okay? Faux means false, ami means friends. So false friends. Now, college is not college, first of all, and college is mid school, secondly. So mid school is called college, okay? Mid school in the sense which you have for the age group 11 to 14, then you have high school. So schooling is divided into certain parts. Like you have preschool, elementary school, mid school, high school, then you go to your universities or colleges, right? We are going to come to that topic also, but for now just remember that college is mid school. Then Jean Renoir, that's obviously the name of the school. So the mid school Jean Renoir, or simply the Jean Renoir School. Okay, so this is the name of the chapter. Now we'll come to the text or the literature part. Start reading. This is the image of Le Collège Jean Renoir given in your book. So the text says Le Collège Jean Renoir est situé sur la 29 rue Uvis Kermen à Boulogne-Billancourt, dans le département des Hauts-de-Seine, près de Paris. So the school Jean Renoir, it is situated on the 29th Street, Uvis Carmen. So this is the name of the street. À Boulogne-Billancourt, that is in Boulogne-Billancourt. Basically, Boulogne-Billancourt is a city in the outer suburbs of Paris, in the department of Hauts-de-Seine. So this is the name of the department near of Paris. All right. So this is the location where the school is situated. Le collège est moderne avec plusieurs étages. That means the school is modern with several stages or several floors. Okay, étage means stages or floors. So it has many floors. Les salles de classe sont spacieuses et lumineuses. That means the classrooms, salles de classe are classrooms. They are spacious and luminous. That means full of lights. Dans chaque salle de classe, that means in each classroom, il y a un tableau interactive. That means there is a digital or a smart board. Now, tableau, it has two meanings. Tableau could mean your blackboard as well, or it can mean painting as well. So when you say tableau interactive, that would mean smart board or your digital board. Des tables et des chaises confortables, that means tables and chairs, comfortable table and chairs, pour les élèves, for the students, et un bureau pour l'enseignant, and a desk. Bureau is desk, it also means office, so it has two meanings. Desk or office pour l'enseignant, that means for the teacher. La bibliothèque est devant la salle d'informatique. That means the library is in front of the computer lab. Salle d'informatique is computer lab. Les couloirs entre les salles de classe sont décorés avec des affiches éducatives et des œuvres d'art pour les élèves. That is the corridors between, entre means between the classrooms. So the corridors that are there between the classrooms, they are decorated with affiches éducatives. That means educational posters. Okay, posters in the sense it could be related to, like, your teachers keep giving you chart work, project work. So the corridors, they are decorated with the works or the educational posters related to the students, or even they could be made by the students themselves. So affiche éducative, that is educational posters, et des œuvres d'art, and artworks. Œuvre means work, d'art means of art, par les élèves, by the students. La cour de récréation, that means the playground, est situé, that means is situated, à l'arrière de l'école, that means behind the school. Autour du cours, that means around the ground. The school means ground, autour means around. Il y a un mur en brique, that means there is a brick wall. Les élèves jouent au football ou au basketball sur le terrain en gazon artificiel. That means the students play football or basketball on the ground in artificial grass or artificial lawn. So gazo could mean grass also, or it could mean lawn also. Now let's come to the next slide. Les élèves arrivent au collège à pied ou par le bus. So the students, they arrive in the school by foot. À pied means by foot or by the bus. Pour arriver au collège, de l'arrêt de bus, that means for coming or for arriving in the school by the bus stop. Vous prenez, that means you take. Prenez is the conjugation of prendre verb. I guess we have done RE verbs, or maybe that's an RE verb. We'll do the RE verbs in this chapter itself. You take la rue du Point du Jour. So this is the name of the street, la rue du Point du Jour. And you continue straight. Vous continuez tout droit. The same meaning, you continue straight. Au bout de la rue, that means at the end of the street. Vous tournez à droite, that means you turn right. Sur la rue Juviscarmen. So you turn right on the Juviscarmen street, and that is the same street where the school is situated. Vous continuez sur la rue, that means you continue on the street. Which street? Juviscarmen. Et vous arrivez au collège Jean Renoir sur la gauche, and you arrive at the Jean Renoir school on the left. So this was the description of the school. We learned a lot of vocabulary words. I hope you kept writing those meanings in your book, because vocabulary will ultimately help you a lot in your exams. Okay, now we'll see the questions related to it. Let's come to question number 1. So question number 1 is dit vrai ou faux, that is you have to tell whether the sentence is true or false. So the first sentence is Le collège Jean Renoir est à Paris. That means the school Jean Renoir is in Paris. So this is faux. Why so? Because it was situated near Paris, right? In the text itself, it was mentioned près de Paris, so that's why this is faux. Le collège est moderne. That means the college is modern. Yes, true, vrai. La cour de récréation est à l'arrière de l'école. That means the playground is behind the school. So this is vrai. Le terrain a le gazon naturel. That means the ground has natural grass or the natural lawn. False. It has artificial grass or artificial lawn. Question number 2, trouver, that is you have to find. Le contraire de, so you need to find the opposite of sous. Sous means under. So the opposite of under is on, and in the text we had the preposition sur, so here the correct answer would be sur. Then derrière means behind, so the opposite of derrière would be in front. And in the text we had the preposition devant when we were talking about the library, that the library is situated in front of the computer lab. So the correct answer over here would be devant. Then à gauche, that means at the left side. So the opposite of left side would be right side, and in the text when we were talking about the directions, we had the preposition à droite, that means at the right side or at the right. Next, ancien. Ancien means ancient or old. So the opposite to this would be modern. That means modern. Those adjective. So you need to find two adjectives from the text. So adjectives are the things that describes the noun. So there were many adjectives. First that we can take in the list, it is confortable, but it's not like these two are only possible answers. There are many possible answers to this. You can mention any of the answer that you want. So first we can take confortable. Next we can take spacious, that is spacious. So these two are answers from my side. You can add on if you want. The verb OER, that means two ER verbs. So the first one would be jouer verb. The conjugation was mentioned jouant. Les élèves jouent au football or au basketball. So the first verb is jouer. You'll mention jouant only. Fine, because in the text it was jouant, right? Not jouer. Next, we had the arriver verb, that means to arrive. In the text, the line was mentioned. Pour arriver au collège de l'arrêt de bus, vous prenez la rue du Point. This line was mentioned in the text. Now, question number 3. Complétez avec des mots du texte. So you need to find words from the text that are convenient at these places. So mon école est grande avec dash étage. That means my school is big with dash stages or dash floors. So here I can fill plusieurs. This context was also mentioned over there. Plusieurs, that means several floors. Okay. Il y a beaucoup de livres dans la dash. That means there are a lot of books in the dash. So obviously here we'll fill bibliothèque. Bibliothèque is a library. We had this word in the text, so it would be bibliothèque. Then il dash au tennis. That is they dash tennis. Obviously here we'll fill they play tennis, and we had the jouer verb conjugation, and it also is convenient over here because we have the il subject pronoun, which is the plural one. Je place les cahiers dash la table. That is, I place the notebooks dash the table. So you can put sur la table. That is on the table. Okay. If you feel that other preposition could also fit over here, you can fill them out also. Last, we have question number 4, in which you have répondez. That is, you have to respond. Décrivez les salles de classe. So you need to describe the classrooms. Answer would be les salles de classe sont spacieuses et lumineuses. Dans chaque salle de classe, il y a un tableau interactif, des tables et des chaises confortables pour les élèves et un bureau pour l'enseignant. So this is the description about the classrooms. Question number 2 is comment les élèves arrivent au collège? That is, how do the students arrive or come in the school? So les élèves arrivent au collège à pied ou par le bus. So this is the answer to second part. With this, we have completed the literature part of this chapter. I hope everything is clear to you. We'll come to page number 76. First, we have a poem, that is Jour d'école. You can have a read of that. Next, we have le système scolaire en France, that is the education or schooling system in France. So we have steps through which the children reach to the superior education, right? First, the student starts with his primary education, then he shifts into the secondary education, and then lastly, he is into the superior education or superior teaching. Okay, so we'll start with l'éducation primaire, that is primary education. Very first, the children goes in the preschool. The preschool is called l'école maternelle. It is for the age group 3 to 5 years. Okay, so here the age has been mentioned. Then the child goes to the elementary school, which is l'école primaire. It is for the age group 6 to 10 years. After the elementary school, the child steps into the secondary education where he starts his mid school, which is le collège that I already told you. It is for the age group 11 to 14 years. Then the child goes to the high school, which is le lycée. It is for the age group 15 to 18 years. Most of the students, they complete their 12th by the age of 18, and after 18 you go to your university or colleges, which is l'université. It is from the age group 18 years. Then you keep studying, you do bachelor's, master's, PhD, everything, and that is called l'enseignement supérieur, that is the superior education. So there is nothing much to remember over here. You remember these key phrases like l'école maternelle, l'école primaire, le collège, le lycée, and l'université. Okay, so I hope this is clear to you. Let's start with the next topic, which is les nombres ordinaux. Those are the ordinal numbers. So cardinal numbers, they have been learned in Nouvel Apprenons le Français-1, that is Nouvel Apprenons le Français 1. Let us now learn the ordinal numbers which are formed by adding em to the cardinal numbers. So there are two sort of numbers. First we have the cardinal numbers. Next we have the ordinal numbers. So cardinal numbers are simple like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and so on. But ordinal numbers are positioning numbers. For example, I came first in the class, I came second in the class, I came second in the race, or I came second in the debating competition, right? So the positioning numbers are called the ordinal numbers. So of course the ordinal numbers are formed through the cardinal numbers only. So please first learn the cardinal numbers in French. They have been already learned in the previous book. For today our topic is the ordinal number. Now ordinal numbers, they are formed by adding most probably em to the cardinal number. Okay, now there are some cases in which you see exceptions. I'll talk about them as well, but for now just remember that em is used to form the cardinal number into ordinal. Now let's talk about the exceptional cases. So the very first is the first only, which is the exceptional case. For first, you can see that there is a different thing. It is not related to one, right? So it's not like you will take one, which is and you will add em after it to make it into ordinal number. It's not the case. You need to learn the first ordinal number. So first in French is a premier. Okay, so please learn this premier. And if the noun about which we are talking about is feminine, in that case it becomes feminine and you add an e plus this grave accent. Okay, now also just like first is different, the same way last is also different. If you want to say last, in that case it would be dernier. Write down this thing in your book. I think it's not mentioned there. So dernier means last, and if that's feminine, again you will add an e plus the grave accent. So dernier is for feminine and dernier is for masculine. Now let's talk about other cases like second. So for making second into an ordinal number in French, what we'll do is we'll take the two numbers. So 2 in French is the deux. Now my last step is to add em to its end. So it would be like this. Okay, deuxième. Fine. Now as in English, what we do is second. This is the ordinal number. But if you want to write it, you write it like 2 and nd, right? The same way for third, you write 3 and rd. For 4, fourth. For 5, th, right? Like this. The same way in French, if you want to write it like this way, in that case you put the number and then you add e. Okay, you add an e to its top, or even if you want to write it like this, you can, or if you want to write it like this way is also possible. Okay, so both ways are possible. Now for first, as you can see that we have premier, and if you want to write it in number, it would be mentioned like 1 and then you will add er. And if in case it's feminine like this, it would be also made feminine like this. Okay, now let's talk about 3. So in 3, what we'll do is we'll take the 3 number which is 3 and then I'll add em to its end. Fine. Next, 4, which is 4. So 4 is an exceptional case over here. If you want to make 4 into an ordinal number, first you have to drop the e. So wherever there is an e to the end of the number, you first need to drop the e and then you will add em. Okay, so it would be 4e, which is 4th. Next, 5 is a 5. So this is also an exceptional case, because when you want to make 5 into an ordinal number, you first have to add a u and then you will add em. So 5e, which is 5th. Then for 6, it's same, you will add em. Then for 7 also, for 8 also. For 9, let's take for 9. So 9 in French is neuf, which is 9, right? Now, if I want to make this into ordinal, you will drop the f and you will add v, okay? So neuf, and then after that, the em step remains the same. So neuvième. Then for 10th also, it's the same. So till 10th, the ordinal numbers have been discussed in your book. Okay, let's come to the next topic, which is les prépositions, page number 78. So prepositions, they are used both in English and French to link words and show the relationship between the other words in a sentence. They are used before a noun or pronoun. Let us learn a few of the commonly used prepositions. So basically, prepositions, they tell the placement, right? They tell the link between the noun and the object. For example, the table is in the room. So here my noun is the table and my object is the room. Now I have used in to link the table and the room. Okay, so these are called my prepositions. Now we are going to see the prepositions in French, the commonly used prepositions in French. You need to learn them all because prepositions are very important. You use them in your everyday sentences, and when you are forming answers, in that case, if you use prepositions, the impact on the checker is more efficient. The question is où est le canard? That means where is the duck? So if you want to ask where, you'll say où. Sous. Sous means under. So preposition number one would be sous. Le canard est sous la table or sous la boîte. Then sur means on. So the duck is on the table or on the box. So le canard est sur la table or la canard est sur la boîte. Now the duck is in the box. Le canard est dans la boîte. Now the duck is between the walls. Let's consider them as walls. So it would be le canard est entre les murs. So entre means between. Then devant. Devant means in front of. So le canard est devant la boîte. Next, à côté de, that means at the side of. So the duck is at the side of the wall. So it would be le canard est à côté de mur. Then au-dessus. Au-dessus means above. When the thing is not in contact. For example, when the thing is in contact, it is on. But when the thing is not in contact with the object, then it is above. Just for example, we have the fan. The fan is not on our head. It is above our heads, right? So the same scenario is here. Many students, they ask me the difference between sur and au-dessus. So this is the difference, all right? Next, au-dessous, that is below, and derrière is behind. So you can write down the meanings in case you are not able to interpret from the images, all right? So these are prepositions. It's very easy. You need to just learn these prepositions. Fine. We have more prepositions with us. Let's see them. Avec means with. Près de means near. Pour means for. En arrière means behind. Derrière means behind again. Now when you are using arrière, in that case it's compulsory you need to add on. But when you are using derrière, it's not compulsory that you have to add on. Okay. Autour de, that means around. Par means by. Contre means against. Loin de, that means far. À droite, that means to the right. À gauche means to the left. Tout droit means straight. Like when we were reading the text, we read continuez tout droit. That means continue straight. So there is a difference between droit and droite. Droite is right and droit is straight. Okay. Au bout de, that means at the end of. À côté de, at the side of. So means without. So these are the common prepositions that we use in everyday life, and now we have learned them in French. So please try using them in your sentences when you are framing. Okay, so more prepositions, they will be learned in ALF 3 and 4. So for now you need to just focus on these prepositions. Come to the last, final and most important topic of this chapter, le troisième groupe de verbes, RE et irrégulier. So the third group of verb are verbs. So we already know the verbs are divided in three categories: ER, IR, and RE. And further, these verbs are divided into regular and irregular. Regular are the ones that follow the conjugation rule, and irregular are the ones that do not follow the conjugation rule. So we'll look at both regular RE verbs and some irregular RE verbs in this part. So the regular RE verbs and irregular verbs are put together in the third group of verbs. Okay. Let's start with regular RE verbs. So if you want to conjugate the regular RE verb, there are some steps that you need to follow. So in these verbs, RE ending of the infinitive is removed and the endings S, S, ONS, EZ, ENT are added to the radical. Nothing is added to the radical in the third person singular form. So let me just make it more simpler for you. We'll talk about it in steps. We'll take a verb vendre. Vendre means to sell. So this is a regular RE verb and we'll take this into consideration. So when I want to conjugate RE verb, my first step is that I need to remove the RE. This is what we do in ER verbs also and IR verbs also. So after removing the RE from the infinitive, let me tell you again, the original form of the verb, this is called the infinitive, and when you remove the ending from it, for example, I removed the RE, I was left with the VEND. This part is called my radical. So these are two terms that you need to remember, infinitive and radical. Now, after removing the RE from the infinitive, I'll be left with my radical VEND. This is my step number 1. Now, step number 2 is that you need to put this radical with all your subject pronouns. So I'll put VEND with all my subject pronouns. Voila, I have putted my radical with all the subject pronouns. Now, last and final, most important step, it is the ending. So please listen to the endings carefully. The number 1 ending is S for your subject pronoun. For two, it's S again. Now for ill and L, it remains empty, empty. That means with ill and L singular, you have to put nothing. And this is what was told in the line also. Nothing is added to the radical in the third person singular form. And the third person singular form is ill and L. Okay? So it remains empty like this. Then for nu, it's ONS. For vu, it's EZ. For ill, L plural, it's ENT. So this is how my conjugation will look like. Before moving ahead, let me ask you a question. Are you confused in French? Struggling with verbs, assignments, projects, or grammar? We've got you covered. The French Hub has officially launched online French tuitions made for all classes and syllabus. Join live interactive sessions with me where I help you solve doubts, work on French projects or homework, and completing your syllabus in depth. Choose between what works best for you, individual or group classes, right from the comfort of your home. You will get handwritten and PDF notes, weekly assignments, customized just for you, and one-shot sessions before exams. All designed by me, your personal French tutor, to help you score higher and learn better. Get ready to say oui to better marks. Send a mail to me at frenchhub25@gmail.com and class in session. So we have the conjugation of attendre verb with us. J'attends, tu attends, il, elle attend, nous attendons, vous attendez, il, elles attendent. Other verbs that are conjugated like attendre are vendre, répondre, descendre, rendre, entendre, and perdre. These all are regular RE verbs. So the task for you guys, it is to conjugate any one verb that is given to us over here in this list, except vendre, because that is already done. Take any one verb and conjugate that in the comment section below. So I hope the regular RE verbs are clear to you. Now note, all verbs ending in RE, they do not follow the same pattern of conjugation. There are some irregular verbs. Now we'll come to them. Now talking about irregular RE verbs, again, these irregular RE verbs need to be learned, so we'll learn them. Now let's take the first verb, that is prendre, that means to take. So the conjugation of prendre verb is je prends, tu prends, il, elle prend, nous prenons, vous prenez, il, elle prenons. Okay, so please learn this conjugation. It is irregular because you can see that in the case of nous, vous, il, elle subject pronoun, we have dropped the D from prendre. So prendre verb look like this. And after removing the RE, we were left with PRE and D as our radical. In this case, everything is followed, but here the changes are there. Number 1 change is that the D is dropped. Number 2 change is that the N consonant is doubled in the third person plural, which is il plural subject pronoun. Okay, so this is the change that we see in prendre verb. Now, other verbs that are conjugated like prendre, they are apprendre and comprendre. Now, you can see that apprendre has prendre in it, right? So that means you just need to keep adding AP in front of the prendre verb conjugation and you'll get your apprendre verb conjugation. The same way in comprendre also, you can see that you have prendre in it, which is again that you need to keep adding com in front of the prendre verb conjugation, and you will get your comprendre verb conjugation. Okay, so please conjugate any one of the verb in the comment section below. Next verb that we have is dire, which is to say, and the conjugation is je dis, tu dis, il dit, elle dit, nous disons, vous disiez, ils disent, elles disent. You need to learn this conjugation. Next we have the lire verb conjugation, which is to read. Je lis, tu lis, il lit, elle lit, nous lisons, vous lisez, ils lisent, elles lisent. Let's come to the next page, page number 80. The conjugation of écrire is there with us. I'm just reading out these conjugations because these conjugations needs to be learned. There is no rule in them, okay, that I can make you explain. You need to learn them all. Écrire verb conjugation, j'écris, tu écris, il, elle écrit. Nous écrivons, vous écrivez, ils, elles écrivent. Now, other verbs that are conjugated like écrire is d'écrire. You can see that d'écrire has écrire in it, right? Écrire. So this would be conjugated like you need to keep adding d in front of the écrire verb conjugation, and you will get your d'écrire verb conjugation. But please take care of one thing, like it was j'écris, right? That means I write. But when you add the D in front of écrit to make it the d'écrire verb conjugation, the apostrophe will also be dropped. Why so? Because earlier there was a vowel. That's why we added apostrophe. But now the D consonant is there, so it would be je d'écris. Okay? Then tu d'écris, il, elle d'écrit, the same way. Last verb that we have is mettre, which means to put. And the conjugation is there on your screen. Je mets, tu mets, il met, elle met, nous mettons, vous mettez, ils mettent, elles mettent. Other verbs that are conjugated like mettre are battre and permettre. So in permettre, you can see that we have mettre verb, right? So you need to keep adding per in front of the mettre verb conjugation, and you will get your permettre verb conjugation. Now for battre, as you can see that battre verb, there is no metro in it, so it might be a little confusing for you all. So the conjugation of battre verb, that means to fight, I have written it on your screen. Je batte, tu battes, il bat, elle bat, nous battons, vous battez, il bat, elle bat. So this is how you'll conjugate the battre verb. With this, we have completed this chapter. I hope the chapter was clear. Irregular RE verbs are a little confusing, but you need to learn them. So time by time and with practice, you will be able to learn them as well. Now we'll come to the exercise. The solutions of the exercise are there on your screen one by one. For each answer, you will see the solutions. Please pause the video and then you can write down the solutions. Thank you so much guys for watching this video till the end. I hope you liked this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and share this video with all your friends. I'll see you in the next video with the same series of Nouvel Apprenons le Français-2. Till then, keep learning, keep revising.